Back at you with another video from 80's Nut. So what I have for you today is the Aiwa HS JX808. Call it Walkman, even though we know that the Walkman is, you've seen other videos where I talk about the history of the actual Walkman by Sony and how the name has now become synonymous with portable cassette players. Anyway, this little beast here is right at the end of an era of Aiwa. The whole portable cassette player competition war between manufacturers was just going nuts. And when I say at the end of the era, it pretty much has all your bells and whistles that you would be looking for, all the attributions that you would be looking for in a portable cassette player. This particular model is in high demand. One of my favorite features of this unit, and believe me, it has so many, but one of my favorite features is the ability to be able to charge the battery without actually removing the battery and placing it in the battery charger, then charging it, and then putting it back into the unit. And with this unit, you can actually leave the battery in there, as long as you put a rechargeable battery in there, plug the AC adapter, and the AC adapter will charge the battery while it's in the unit. That's a great feature. So many portable units don't have that feature. You'd have to take the battery out, put it in your, say, a gumstick battery, put it into your gumstick charger, charge it, and then put it back into your unit. So that's something to think about. Price point really comes down to supply and demand. So for instance, if you get on eBay really is like the Beckett for sports cards. So get on eBay and you see 5 of the same model, for instance this particular one, which would be pretty darn rare to see 5 at the same time, but say you did see 5, then obviously the price drops dramatically. You wouldn't think it would, but it actually would drop dramatically compared to seeing 1, or like right now seeing none on the site whatsoever. So the price range, as I said, fluctuates, and it fluctuates between somewhere around $1,800 to about $3,000, and sometimes at the very high point about $3,200. Once again, so what actually defines the high-end price point on the spectrum? What legitimizes the price? Well, I'll tell you, just seeing a high-end price on eBay doesn't really mean anything. You need to actually check the completed listings. So the completed listings really do define what certain prices are for certain products. Now, if you see something similar to yours and it's sold for that price, chances are you are able to actually get, if your condition is the same as the one listed or sold, you're able to get approximately what that person was able to sell their unit for. Now, most important is going to be condition, but just as important is what is included with the unit. Is the unit actually complete? If it is complete, what makes it complete? So that it would be the box, the charging adapter, the owner's manuals, even the pouch, the carrying pouch, a belt clip, a remote control. Basically, everything it originally came with when the unit was new, and all of the items that are included with the unit, their state of or their condition that they're in. So just because the actual deck itself is in mint condition, it is super important for everything else that is included to also be ideally in pristine condition. So the owner's manual is not tore up and worn out and all wrinkled up. The pouch that the unit would be placed in, protective pouch, protective sleeve, even things like the actual bagging, right? The bags for what the unit is placed in. All of these things, they give an idea of what the actual unit condition is in. So if everything is worn out and the seller is stating that, hey, this deck is in mint condition, it's hard to believe that it truly is in mint condition and it hasn't been tampered with, restored, cleaned up. everything else is in pristine condition, chances are that unit stayed in the box in somebody's closet or a drawer, and more likely the unit itself was lightly used or not ever used at all. Sometimes people purchase things, open them up, they're excited about them for whatever reason, end up putting them back in the box, and years later forget that they even purchased it or had it. Still, this is right at the peak. So I would say this one and the two other models would be the cream of the crop. Obviously, made in Japan, and I try not to mess around with any portable units that are not Japanese made, just because of the quality is not there. Anyway, let me go ahead and get you guys going on this one. This, as I said, because of it at the end of an era, they were trying to save as much money as they could. So they actually put it in a cardboard box, a very, very small cardboard box, I may say. And you kind of get an idea from my hand, and my hands are not really that big, but it gives you an idea of how small this box is. And they went away from the large, I mean, a couple models before this one, it was in like a 12 inch, 1 foot box. I mean, it was just a massive beast of a box. And now it's just this tiny, tiny little thing. Anyway, let me go ahead and open it up. Oh, if you look, just kind of quick shot. So it tells you that it has 25 hour long playback, and that's on the battery life. Gives you a bunch of different bullet points on the side here about what the Walkman has to offer. So you got the owner's manual. There's also a little brochure on the back that is on the back of the owner's manual there, separate sheet. This is the carrying case. It's not leather, it's actually a vinyl carrying case. This unit is not mint, and I know that you guys seen in the past I have tons of brand new ones. This one is not, but it's pretty darn close to being mint. I hate to throw the word mint around. Oh, this is mint, and so many people use it in the wrong context. These are the headphones. The headphones have the gold, I guess, gold plated on the headphones there. Don't think that's actual metal that's implanted. It looks like it's plastic, but they're good looking headphones. This is the microphone. It's a stereo microphone. So it doesn't look like the microphone's ever been actually used. Put that back in there. Alright, I'll tell you what, put it back at a different time. Okay. Next we have the remote control. So obviously this is a wired remote control. Take this bad boy out. Has a little LCD panel that actually gives you the direction of the cassette rotation. It also gives you the digital tuning that's on there, and battery indicator. It has a bunch of nice features on there that it displays. That's what the jack looks like. And let's pull the unit out itself. Alright, so there's the unit. It's a darn good looking deck. It's got your remote jack there and headphone jack, which are incorporated in one. Alright, so they're actually one piece. The microphone jack on the end there. And this microphone has a clip, so you can actually clip it on to your shirt. So you'd be lugging this little guy and putting this in a pocket and hang your microphone on your shirt. It does have your record there. Has auto reverse. It does have a really cool feature, which is the repeat on this one. So actually you can repeat the song that you played and have playback repeat, which is a really cool feature for this unit. Let's open this bad boy up. there's a little slide that you would slide down and pull there. If you have this unit, make sure that when you come to shut the lid, these slides, so don't just shut it. The tab that holds on there is actually plastic, and after time it'll break that tab and you won't be able to keep the door shut anymore. The only thing that'll keep the door shut is actually having the cassette in the play position, and it'll keep the door shut if you don't fix that, if you break the little tab. Okay, so what I do is I'll bring it down here, and I won't push it down. I'll actually pull the tab back, then push it down and let go. And what you've done is you've caused no resistance against that tab, so there's no chance that you would potentially break the tab if you do it that way every time. There's a hold here, and the hold that's there is if you're playing a cassette and you have everything set where you want it, these buttons, none of these buttons would actually work regardless of depressing the buttons or not. They just won't do anything. So that's what the hold button is for. That's the same thing for the radio tuning. None of the buttons would work, so it kind of bypasses everything. If you have the units sitting in your pocket and you're on a trip, you're sitting in the bus on your way to Texas or whatever. Okay, anyway, that's what the hold button's for. The back side has a window there. The window is so you're able to actually see the cassette rotation. A lot of the manufacturers added the windows back in the days, but as time went on, it just became aesthetically pleasing to see it. It's actually really good looking cassette deck. Let's see show you guys the inside. Right about there. I don't know if you can see everything there, but really nice, good looking deck. It's not a full metal jacket by any means, as the competitors started at the very end. Most of the competitors went to all aluminum housing. This one is not. This is actually all plastic. Even the inside is also plastic, where Toshiba, all of the inside went right around the same time, went to aluminum, with anodized aluminum, polished aluminum, and all sorts of other good looking. I mean, some actual chrome plating. Sony did the same thing, but Aiwa, they went ahead and stuck with the plastic, which makes this very light for something extremely expensive back in the days. Heck, you would, if you went to something like Good Guys back in the days, you would pick something like this up for somewhere around $475. I mean, it was insane how much they were asking at the very end. It was up there almost with the high-end Sony Walkmans. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Oh, I should tell you that it does have the AC adapter jack there. It accepts the 1.5 volt jack there. Good luck if you find that thing now. But anyway, if you have any questions and you want to check out certain Walkmans, or do you think that you want me to review a certain Walkman, more likely I probably have it. So that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed the video, I would very much appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. 80's Nut, out.